Hello and welcome back to our strength series with FCHS. I'm Michaela, and today we're going to work on our back and our biceps, and we'll do a little bit of core at the end. So we're going to be doing fast-paced workout, 3 sets of each exercise for back and biceps with 30 seconds rest in between, and then for core we're going to do 2 sets of 12 repetitions each with 2 exercises back to back, and then another set of 2 exercises back to back. Right? So that's going to be the format for today. I have 20-pound dumbbells, more for the back exercises, some 10-pound dumbbells for the bicep and core exercises, just for some relativity. If you're using weights, you want some heavier ones for our back exercises and some lighter ones for our arms and our core, or no weights for our core, all right, depending on how you feel today. Okay, so let's get started. All right, our first exercise, we're going to do a deadlift. So we're going to start with the weights on the outsides of our feet, okay? We're gonna hinge down. I'm actually gonna do this to the side so you guys can see better. We're gonna hinge down, pull the weights up, straighten all the way up, okay? We're gonna do 10 repetitions and then a 30-second rest. Ready, and go. Okay. Nice and slow. Make sure you really hinge at those hips, okay? We don't really want to put too much pressure on the low back. It's almost like this is a lower body exercise, but we're getting a little bit of a back workout too. Really a full body exercise, our deadlifts. So 7. We got 2 more. And 10. All right, we're going to put those weights down with our good form. And we'll rest for 30. Get some water if you need it. Shake out those legs. Do whatever you have to do. All right, about 15 more seconds of rest. If you feel like you've had enough rest already, then your weights aren't heavy enough. Okay, starting in 3, 2, 1, and going for 10. I got 2 more. My dog's cheering us all on. Last one. We'll put those weights down and rest. Yeah, you got something to say? You got something to say? All right, starting in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Last set. Keep that good form. Nice neutral spine. Look forward, keep that chest up. Really push through those feet. Get that power from the lower body versus that lower back. We're on 5. Keep breathing. 2 more. And last one here. All right. We'll put the weights down and we'll rest for 30 seconds. Our next exercise, we're going to do what's called a T-bar row. So our weights are going to be nice and close together, but we're kind of going to have that same deadlift position. So I'm just going to model it for you guys first. We're going to hinge at the hip again, and we're going to bring these weights up, keeping the arms nice and close to our sides. If you find that puts too much pressure on your low back, you can just find a nice sturdy something and do rows this way so you have some support from your arm. Okay. All right, let's go. 10. You can also do this with just one weight versus the two. We got one more. Now we'll put those weights down. Take a rest. Whew, that one's hard. It's a hard one after deadlifts. Catch your breath. Right. Shake it out. If you like more active rests, you can always march in place or keep those feet moving in between each set. But again, you should need that rest. If you don't need that rest, then you can probably up your weights a little bit if that's something you're aiming to do. All right, 10 more. Let's go. Last one here. Weights down. Okay. One more set of those. Then we're going to lay down for a little bit. That's always fun. Halfway through our rest. All right, last set, let's go. Two more. One more. All right, weights go down, and we're gonna follow them. So find a nice cozy spot on the floor. And again, I'll model this one before we actually go into our set and do it. We're gonna do lying pullovers, okay? So you can be on the ground, feet flat. Two ways to do this exercise. You can hold just one weight, like this, all right? Bring those hands back until they're almost touching the floor, but not quite. Then use those back muscles to pull it back up over your chest. You can also use two weights. All right, and then you would just hold them palms facing each other. Both arms go back. Whoa. And then you would come up again. As you can see, I'm only using one weight for this exercise. My left arm's not having the 20 pounds. All right. Whew, let's go. Try to keep that back flat on the ground, no arching that low back. Okay, if you're arching at the low back, your weight might be a little too heavy. On 7. Okay, make sure to go nice and slow. It's not, you don't want to do your reps too fast because then you're not really challenging your muscles. You're using momentum more than anything else. Let's go one more. And relax. All right, you put that weight wherever you want it. Rest for your 15 seconds. I'm just going to take a bit of a nap here. Whew. We got about 10 more seconds before we go into our second set. Yes. He's barking at my Instapot. Ready and go. Cooking dinner while I'm working out. He doesn't like the clicking noise it makes. So, 2 more. And 10 here. Okay, lower that weight. Relax. And we'll do one more set. Maybe back and arms should be getting a little tired. You might feel a little bit in your chest too from that pulling over motion. Okay, that's normal. You're not doing it wrong if you feel that. Okay, we're going to start again in 5, 3, 2, 1, and go. Last 10 of this exercise. I'm going to do 2 more here. This is 9. Lower down one more time. Nice and easy. Pull back up and lower that weight down. All right. Moving straight into our next exercise. Okay, so what we're going to do next is kind of like a bonus ab exercise. We're going to do what's called a renegade row. So, you're going to be up in a plank position with your hands on the weights. Ooh, in better plank position. Then you're going to row one arm up, keeping that core engaged, trying not to shift too much on one hip like I'm doing. Lower that weight down. And then you're going to row up that second weight and lower it down. Now what I tend to find with this exercise is that having my hands stacked on the weights really starts to hurt my wrists after a while. So you can always leave those hands on the floor and just pick up your weight and shift and pick up your weight. Alright, that's a little trick. Alright, my wrists hurt already. Okay, do some wrist circles, get a little warmed up for this one. Especially if you usually do your planks on the forearms like I tend to. Let's start in 3, 2, and 1. All right, we'll still stick with that 10. So we're going to try to do 10 on each side here. It'll feel like 20. Try to minimize that shifting between sides. I know it's hard. Okay, that's what you want to work on. I have one more on each arm. All right. Relax. Whew. Feel that one. Good news is, this is our last back exercise. Bad news is, we still have 2 more sets. Okay? We're about halfway through our rest on this one. If you start to get tired, you can always drop those weights down. I'm tempted to do that myself. We'll see how the second set goes. In 3, 2, and 1. Back up in that plank. Row those arms. Just like any other row, arms should be nice and close to the body. Keep those elbows in. Really squeeze that shoulder blade. much breath. We're at the point of the workout where I go, who came up with this? And then I had to remember it was me. So, sorry. Sorry to all my viewers here. 10 more seconds of rest. Whew. 3, 2, 1 more set. Let's go. One on each side. Okay, relax. We are going to make our way back up to a standing position, but take your time. Move nice and slow. I'm getting rid of these heavy weights. And we're going to give that back a break, but we're going to work our biceps now, so that front of the arm. And they've been assisting us in the whole workout up until now. So if you're a little more tired than you think you would be, that's okay, okay? So, we need a little more than 30 seconds before we do this next one. Our first exercise, I'll show you guys again before we do it. I'm gonna start with the hands at the sides here. And then we're just gonna curl the arm to the opposite shoulder. And then we'll alternate. So another one that's going to feel like 20 instead of 10, because we're going to do 10 on each side. Okay. Shake it out, loosen those wrists. Whew. All right. We'll get started in 3, 2, 1, and we'll go. Okay. So palms facing towards you. Curling that arm up to the opposite shoulder. Slowly back down. Okay, really fight it on the way back down. That's where that muscle has to kick in. Do that resisting. Let's go, one more on each side. Keep those shoulders down and relax. Okay. 30 seconds. Knocking over the water bowl. That wouldn't be good. Sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to do that. Getting a look like, why did you not almost knock over my water bowl? I know he's only kind of in the shop, but he's just sleeping very peacefully while we're working our butts off over here. It's really unfair. Starting again in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grabbing those weights again. Curling across the body. Okay, keep that good tall posture. Shoulders back. Over the hips, which are over the ankles. Okay. more each side. Make it a good last repetition. Weights down and rest. Okay. Make sure you're staying hydrated, right? Easy to overlook, especially in our strength training workouts. Okay, but make sure you try to keep drinking. Okay, starting again in 3, 2, and 1 for our last set of these cross body curls. All right, one more each arm, and relax. Put those weights down. Okay. Our next exercise, take your rest. I'm just going to demonstrate it first. We're going to do what's called a reverse curl. So the palms are actually going to face towards you, and then you're going to curl those hands up towards the shoulders. So like a normal bicep curl, we're just switching that hand position. Each hand position we have actually kind of changes how we feel it. So you're actually going to feel a little bit more in the forearm with this variation than you would when we have our palms facing the opposite way. All right, so just mixing it up for you guys. All right, you also might want to use lighter weights than you have right now. This exercise, it might hurt the wrists a little bit. If that happens, either drop the weight or you can just go to those normal traditional bicep curls and just do those, okay? No reason to be in pain. All right. Usually using a lighter weight does kind of help with that wrist pressure though. All right, we'll start in 3, 2, and 1. So palms are going to face towards your legs. Keep those elbows in as much as you can, curl the weights up, and we'll slowly lower back down. All right. Keep those shoulders down as well. Really control that weight. No swinging of the arms. Get the low back out of it. Two more to go. And last one here. All right, we'll put the weights down. 30 seconds of rest. Shake out those arms a little bit if you need to. All right, about halfway through. And then we'll go to our second set. Gotta say what set number we're on, or we'll do 20 sets of the same thing, and I'll be like, is this the second one? Is this the third one? 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Okay, palms facing towards you, weights up to the shoulder, slowly back down. Right. Last rep, weights can go down. One more set of those guys. right, last set in 3, 2, and 1. Last 2. I'm feeling it. Don't know if you guys are, but I am. Last one. All right. I'm gonna put these down. We have one more bicep exercise, and then we'll get into our core exercises. I'm gonna use one weight for our last exercise here. Okay, I'm gonna hold the weight at the sides and curl the dumbbell up towards the collarbone shoulder area. All right. You're welcome to use just 2 dumbbells and do the traditional bicep curl. Totally up to you. It's gonna work the same thing. We'll get started in 3, 2, and 1. Gotta grab my weight. Would help if I had that, right? Okay, these last couple sets might be really challenging to keep that good form, to keep that slow pace. Those biceps are really fatigued. Got one more. All right. Relax. It won't seem like enough time. I know it's been a rough workout when I'm looking forward to core. Usually I dread that. Okay, 10 more seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, one last one here. Okay, relax. One more set of arms. I'm tired. Okay, 10 seconds. Get yourself ready for this last set of curls. 3, 2, 1, go. Last one, make it good. All right, so we lower down, you put that weight down. Okay, oops, didn't want to do that yet. Make sure you have a clear area around you for our next exercise combination here. Okay, just so you guys can see what it looks like before we do it. We're gonna start with some wood choppers, okay? So the weight's gonna start at over one shoulder, out of frame where you can't see it. And we're gonna cross it to the opposite hip. Okay, we're gonna do 10 this way, then we'll switch 10 the other way. Our second exercise in that set, we're gonna go right into it. We're gonna have the weight up here, overhead, like in a shoulder press position. We're gonna use that core, we're gonna brace that core, we're gonna balance knee to the elbow, back up, okay? And we'll do that on both sides. So a little bit of shoulder work in this, a little bit of balance work in this. You thought it would be all abs, it's actually total body, so sorry in advance. All right, get those feet in position, about hip width or shoulder width apart, okay? Your lower body, you're gonna try to keep still. We're gonna have our weight. I usually start over my left shoulder. I'm gonna cross to my right hip, keeping that low body. Keep a soft bend in your knee, but you really only want to be twisting that upper area. Okay. 2 more. Last one this way. And then we're going to switch it, do a shoulder roll or two if you need to. Weight up over the right side now, and we'll cross to the left. I'm tired. One more. All right. Guess I should start on my left side because that shoulder's a little less tired. So I'm going to balance on my right foot here. Gonna bring that arm up, overhead, left knee to left elbow for 10. I think I originally said we were doing 12 repetitions of our ab exercises, but I don't know about you guys, but my shoulders are pretty tired, so we're gonna do 10. We'll do 12 on the next little circuit that we do. One more on this side. Okay. Right side, arm up, overhead, right knee to right elbow. Try to keep that balance. Helps if you do have a chair or a dog crate or something close by that you can use if you need to catch your balance. Okay. And again, you do not have to use a weight for this exercise to get the challenge from it. Got 2 more. 1 more. All right. Rest. We got 30 seconds. All right, you might need to do a shoulder stretch or 2 in between this one. If you need a longer rest than 30 seconds, pause the video and take it, okay? You don't have to keep up just for the sake of keeping up. You can always not use weights or drop the weight. Hello. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Back to those wood choppers. Okay, so weight over the left shoulder, and we'll cross it to the right hip. You have a lot to say. I have 2 more on this side. Again, who made this workout? It was me. Other side. Arms over right shoulder, crossing to that left hip. Okay, I'm on 8 here. Last one. Yay! All right. Weight in one hand, whichever shoulder's less tired. Balance on that opposite foot. Arm goes up, overhead, knee to elbow. The shoulder wasn't actually less tired. I thought it was, but it wasn't. Whew. One more on this side. Okay, switch hands. Shake out that arm. Other arm up overhead. Knee to elbow. Keep that core braced real tight. That'll help with your balance. I'm on 8. We got 9. One more for 10. Okay. We are going back to the floor. Yes. Our last 2 exercises here. So same style. We'll do these 2 core exercises back to back, with or without weights, totally up to you. First exercise, before we do it, I'm going to show you. You're going to keep the heels down on the floor. Slight lean in that back, engage that core. We're going to twist to one side, twist to the other side for 1. Okay, so it'll feel like 20 a little bit. Again, second exercise, we're going to do a sit-up. Okay, so we're going to have the back down on the floor. If you want, you can use the weight. Sit up. That was bad. Sit up. My feet came off the ground. You do a little extra shoulder work if you really want to, and push those weights up. I'm going to see how ambitious I'm feeling after the first set of exercises. So we're going to try for 12 repetitions. Might change my mind halfway through. We'll see how that goes. All right. Let's take a couple more seconds here. Make sure my watch is working right. Okay. We'll start in 3, 2, and 1. So keep those heels down, slight lean, Russian twists. One more each side. Put those feet flat on the ground. Lay down, but not for long. Okay. We're going to sit up and do that shoulder raise if we want to. Keep those feet planted on the floor. Okay. Sometimes it helps to have the feet under something so you're forced to stay down. I'm using the dog crate. Yeah, we're only doing 10 of these. You're welcome to do 12 if you're ambitious. Okay, relax. Gonna hang out on the floor. Whew. that series one more time, and then we are done. So the end is near. You can think of that on this last set. Oh. All right, we're starting in 10. I'm gonna make my way back to a seated position. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Twist from side to side. One more each side. All right, we'll lower down. And we'll do 10 sit-ups here, with or without the shoulder raise. Okay. Last one. All right. Lower down. Slowly come up, because you're all done. Oh, can't even put the weight back. My arms are so tired. Okay. Make sure you hydrate well. Make sure you stretch well. Eat some protein. Get some carbs in for good recovery. Catch your breath. And rest well, okay? If you're sore tomorrow, just do some nice, easy stretching just to kind of loosen everything up. And those back and those arms, shoulders might feel a little bit too. We did a lot there towards the end. All right. So, hope you guys enjoyed this workout. I know it was a little fast-paced, but that always helps make it a little harder. All right. 43 minutes, that's actually not bad. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.